Everyone. So today in this lecture we are going to discuss about the stability of automobile, and specifically we are going to discuss about the stability of a four-wheel drive moving in a curved path. Okay, so as you can see in the diagram, okay, as you can see it is a schematic diagram of a four-wheeler. Okay, and the respective free body diagram is also present in that particular diagram. Okay, so we are, first of all, we will list out all the parameters that we are going to use in the derivation, then we will start. Okay, so consider this four-wheeler with wheels A, B, C, D. Okay, and the wheels A and C are inner wheels and the B and D are the outer wheels. Okay, as you can see, and the center of gravity, that is here, it is present. Okay, so this is the center of gravity. So now let m is equal to the mass of the vehicle, that is in kg. Okay, now then weight, that is equal to mg. Okay, then suppose rw, it is the radius of the wheel. Okay, then capital R, that is the curve path radius, or simply radius of curvature. Okay, h, that is the distance of CG from the ground. Distance, as you can see in the second diagram, it is below the page, and that will be required when we will discuss about the centrifugal action. Okay, so distance of center of gravity, that is CG vertically above the ground, okay, then x, that is the width of the track, okay, as you can see, this one that I am talking about. Okay, then IW, okay, I stands for the mass moment of inertia of one of the wheels, mass moment of inertia of one of the wheel. Okay, then omega w, that is rotational speed of the wheel or angular velocity of the wheel. Sorry, rotational, that is the rpm. Here it is the angular velocity of the wheel. Okay, then IE, obviously in the inside the engine also there are several parts, those are also rotating, so we cannot uh, uh, leave them also. Okay, those engine parts or the rotation that is caused due to engine parts, that will be included also. So that is why the mass moment of inertia of rotating parts of the engine. rotating parts of the engine. Okay, then omega e, omega e simply angular velocity of those rotating parts. Then g, that is the gear ratio, capital G, that is gear ratio, so that will be equal to, simply we can write it in this angular velocity ratio also, that is omega e divided upon omega w. Okay, then v, the linear velocity, small v, that is the linear velocity whenever the vehicle is taking turn, linear velocity, velocity of the vehicle. Okay, if it is written in the terms of your angular velocity, then it will be r, okay, linear velocity of the vehicle, that is rw multiplied by omega w. Okay, r omega, linear velocity formula. Okay, so these are the terms that we are going to use in the derivation. Okay, so if we closely see this diagram, okay, the weight of the vehicle will be distributed equally on the four wheels. Okay, so that is those w by 4 that is written here, those are the reaction from the ground. Okay, or simply the reaction against the weight of the vehicle, and that is equally distributed over the four wheels. So road reaction, we can write here, road reaction over each wheel, over each wheel, that is equal to weight, that is w by 4, or simply mg divided by 4. Okay, so there is no nothing to explain more about it. Okay, so now let us consider the effect of gyroscopic couple, or simply the gyroscopic effect. So as we have previously discussed, okay, so whenever the axis of spin and axis of spin of a moving or rotating body, okay, is having another axis of precision that is perpendicular to it, okay, then only we will get the effect of gyroscopic couple, or there will be gyroscopic couple that will be created. Okay, so here also, as you can see, okay, so this particular wheel, if you are saying that suppose it is rotating clockwise, whenever we are looking behind of this particular wheel, okay, so if we put our thumb, right hand thumb rule, okay, somehow like this, okay, my diagram is not so great. Okay, suppose this is the right hand thumb, okay, that is pointing towards the velocity direction, so the velocity vector will be somehow like this, yes or no? Suppose this is o, okay, and this is suppose oa, okay, so now if it is taking a left turn, that means the a new position of the wheel something like this, okay, that means the velocity vector which will change its direction by some angle, okay, something like this. Suppose this is your b, so this is the turning or left turning. Okay, or simply you can say that this is the direction of, or AB, that is the gyroscopic couple direction, and the reverse one, that will be reactive gyroscopic couple direction, that is A dash B dash, if we are okay implying with A dash B dash. So B dash A dash will be the direction of your reactive gyroscopic couple, whose effect we are going to study. Okay, so this is the way that we are going to see the gyroscopic effect. So we will write the heading number 1, gyroscopic effect. Why number 1? I will tell you, because the number 2 point of this particular portion will be depending upon this particular diagram. So you have to have patience for this. First of all, we finish this gyroscopic effect, then we will go to that. So gyroscopic effect. Okay, so since the vehicle is taking a turn towards left, okay, as we are assuming, and left due to the precision, okay, obviously though the turning that we are making with the vehicle, that will be around the precision axis, okay, and other rotating parts of the engine also, not to forget. So therefore the gyroscopic couple will act. Okay, so just we will write the statement. Okay, as the vehicle is taking a turn about the precision axis that is perpendicular to the axis of spin. Okay, taking a turn. Okay, we should right left turn. Okay, left turn precision axis, and due to other rotating parts, therefore gyroscopic couple will act. Okay, so as we know the gyroscopic couple formula, that is C equal to I omega omega P, simple, that formula will be also prevail in this derivation also, but there will be some differences. Excuse me. So what will be the velocity of precision? Velocity of precision will be, that is omega P, that is simply the जो टर्न लेते समय वेलोसिटी, लीनियर वेलोसिटी है, that is v, and divided upon the radius of curvature, that is capital R. So the gyroscopic couple, that is C, due to, डायरेक्टली मैं C लिख रहा हूँ, C ड्यू टू द 4 व्हील्स, क्योंकि चारों व्हील आपका टर्न ले रहे हैं. ओके, सो 4 व्हील्स, दैट विल बी इक्वल टू 4 मल्टीप्लाइड बाय I W. Okay, this is not omega, I W, that is for wheel, omega W, then omega P. Okay, so this is due to the rotation of the wheel. Okay, so now if, as we have taken the rotating parts of the engine also into consideration, okay, so another gyroscopic couple that we have to derive also due to the rotating parts. So we better write it CW. Okay, that is because of the wheels of the vehicle. Okay, then Gyroscopic couple due to the rotating parts of the engine. Okay, so that will become CE. एक minute. Okay, so that will become CE, that is the gyroscopic couple due to the engine rotating parts, that is IE omega E omega P. Okay, so or simply we can write, as we have mentioned the gear ratio. Okay, this omega E can be written in the form of omega P omega W also, that is the angular velocity of the wheel also. Okay, so we can write, that is IE multiplied by G multiplied by omega W multiplied by omega P. Okay, so the similar terms with the omega W. So now, so the net gyroscopic couple will be, net gyroscopic couple will be equal to, that is CW प्लस और माइनस CE. प्लस और माइनस क्यों यहाँ पे लिखा गया है, कभी कभी जो आपका मतलब प्लस सिंबल किस लिए है, जो कि पॉजिटिव सिंबल है, दैट इज व्हेन द डायरेक्शन ऑफ रोटेशन ऑफ द व्हील्स एंड द पार्ट्स ऑफ इंजन दैट इज सेम. ओके, and minus when the direction sense will be opposite for the wheel rotation and the engine parts rotation. Okay, so that is why we have written both the symbol, that is plus or minus. So that will be equal to 4 IW omega W omega P plus or minus IE G omega W multiplied by omega P. Okay, so if we take the common, that is omega W and omega P from this expression. Okay, so omega W multiplied by omega P, the expression will be reduced to 4 IW plus or minus GIE. Okay, so this is the final expression for net gyroscopic couple. So यहाँ पे लिख देता हूँ. ओके, यहाँ पे लिख देता हूँ, that is positive symbol signifies direction of rotation of wheel and engine parts are same. Okay, negative symbol direction will be, okay, short में लिख रहा हूँ, direction will be opposite. किस किस के बीच, that is the wheel direction and the engine parts direction. Okay, so इतना मतलब लिखूंगा तो समझ में आ जाएगा मुझे जितना लगता है. Okay, so now to more elaborate about this gyroscopic effect. Okay, so basically what happens, so we will simply go to the diagram. Okay, I will show you there so that you can understand easily. Okay, as yes, so as you can see, due to the gyroscopic couple, okay, the vertical reaction on the road surface will be produced. Okay, बिकॉज देखो मतलब एज you are seeing this is your velocity vector, this is the velocity vector due to the change or due to the turn, left turn. Okay, so this is the direction of your gyroscopic couple. Okay, if you put your right hand thumb rule here, okay, pointing towards the arrow, okay, so this is the rotation. Simply this is the rotation, or this is the rotation due to the gyroscopic couple. Okay, एक्टिव जायरोस्कोपिक कपल. सो इससे क्या होता है, जनरली ट्राई करेगा ये क्या व्हीकल को आउटर व्हील से उठाने के लिए. ओके, या फिर क्या होगा इससे ड्यू टू दिस देयर विल बी अ वर्टिकल रिएक्शन, और दिस पर्टिकुलर एक्टिव जायरोस्कोपिक कपल विल ट्राई टू लिफ्ट द आउटर व्हील्स फ्रॉम द ग्राउंड. ओके, सो रिएक्टिव जायरोस्कोपिक कपल क्या करेगा, ठीक इसका ऑपोजिट, दैट इज in this manner. Okay, if you will put your right hand thumb rule, okay, and you curl your finger, okay, this will be something like this. Okay, so the rotation will be like this and this will balance, जो कि इसको उठा रहा था फिर से इसको क्या करेगा, ग्राउंड के साथ इंटैक्ट रखेगा. ओके, समझ में आ रहा है. सो इसीलिए देखो द P/2, that is the reaction that we are talking about here, the P/2, okay, that is moving upward or simply try to lift this particular outer wheels from the ground. Okay, and here P/2 is downward. Okay, that is for the inner wheel. Okay, so simply that is the reaction from the ground while the vehicle is taking a turn. Okay, simply we can say that if you see the active gyroscopic couple direction from the rear end of this vehicle, okay, so it will be anti-clockwise, which will try to lift the outer wheel. Okay, but when you will see the reactive gyroscopic couple direction, that is clockwise in nature, which is balancing the vehicle by making the ground contact with the outer wheel. Okay, मतलब क्या करेगा, ये उठा एक्टिव जायरोस्कोपिक कपल राइट व्हील को या फिर आउटर व्हील को उठाने की कोशिश कर रहा है. आपका जो रिएक्टिव जायरोस्कोपिक कपल है जो कि बैलेंस करने की कोशिश करता है, वो फिर से इसको नीचे ला रहा है. ओके, जो कि इसका डायरेक्शन सेंस क्लॉकवाइज दिखा रहा है. समझ में आ रहा है. सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट दिस gyroscopic effect, how the gyroscopic effect the balancing this four wheel vehicle whenever the vehicle is taking a turn. Okay, so we will write that particular observation here also because this is important. Okay, due to the gyroscopic couple, due to the gyroscopic couple, vertical reaction on the road surface will produce vertical reaction on the road surface will produce okay, the reaction will be vertically upwards, the reaction will be vertically upwards at the outer wheel okay, at the outer wheel, and downward at the inner wheels. Okay, which is denoted by capital P, inner wheels. Okay, so suppose that is of P Newton. Okay, यहाँ पे लिख रहा हूँ P Newton. तो क्या होगा जनरली, और थोड़ा इसको इलेबोरेट करते हैं इस पॉइंट को. ओके, So what will happen, the couple that is created, that is will be P multiplied by X. Okay, X, that is the width. Okay, or simply, or P, that is the reaction that we are talking about, that will be C by X. Okay, so vertical reaction at each, so vertical reaction at each outer will or inner will be equal to, that is P by 2, क्योंकि दो साइड में है. ओके, दो will, that is C by 2x. ओके ओके, सो जो रिएक्टिव जायरोस्कोपिक कपल की वजह से, सो एज द सो ड्यू टू reactive gyroscopic couple, okay, forces on the two outer wheels that is equal to सी वाई 2w. आउटर व्हील मतलब ईच व्हील के बारे में बात कर रहा हूं, दैट इज डाउनवर्ड. देखो जो रिएक्शन था वो अपवर्ड था, ठीक है, दैट इज ड्यू टू द एक्टिव जायरोस्कोपिक कपल. लेकिन बैलेंस कौन सा कर रहा है आपको, रिएक्टिव जायरोस्कोपिक कपल. सो इसीलिए रिएक्टिव जायरोस्कोपिक कपल क्या होगा, ठीक उसका ऑपोजिट होगा. ओके, एंटी क्लॉकवाइज हो रहा था जायरोस्कोपिक कपल, क्लॉकवाइज हो जाएगा आपका रिएक्टिव जायरोस्कोपिक कपल. एंड फोर्सेस ऑन the two, do not pay attention to the background noises. Okay, I'm in homes, that is why there will be noises like this, so do not pay attention. Inner wheels, that's funny. Okay, so that is also equal to C by 2w, that is, oh sorry, not w, that is x. Okay, C by 2x, that is upward. Okay, so this is how the reactive gyroscopic couple balances. Okay, so now another thing that we have to consider here also, okay, that is, if it is taking a turn, okay, and the wheels are rotating, okay, so obviously if the vehicle is taking a turn, there will be a centrifugal effect, okay, on the vehicle. So we cannot refrain that effect also. Okay, so we have to take it into account. So effect of centrifugal couple. Okay, so both the couple that we have to consider. Again, I am going towards the diagram. Okay, the second part of the diagram that I have already told you. Okay, see, so this is the center of gravity. If you are viewing from the rear end of the vehicle, something like this is the top view, and this is the, okay, front view or rear view, जो भी आप बोल सकते हो. This is the rear view. We are viewing from the rear end of the vehicle. Okay, so the center of gravity will have a height that is equal to h, okay, from the ground. Okay, so whenever the vehicle is taking a turn, okay, that means there will be a centrifugal force that is acting outward from this vehicle. So in this manner, okay, if we will see the reaction, there will be a couple that is created here. As you can see, this is a clockwise couple. Okay, so due to this clockwise couple, what will happen? Okay, it will now try to lift the inner wheel of the vehicle, or simply it will try to throw out this vehicle from the road. Okay, if you will see only this effect of this couple. Okay, so now, but whenever we are taking turn, this is not happening. Okay, if we are in between or in the limit of the in speed limit, okay, this is not happening. How it is not happening? There must be another equal and opposite couple which will balancing this clockwise couple. That means there will be another couple that is anti-clockwise in nature. Okay, so how this anti-clockwise couple will be formed? By this reaction that we are talking about, that is simply here Q, we will write it Q. Okay, so this reaction, that is the reaction between the wheel and the ground, and this will form the anti-clockwise couple. Okay, and it will try to stabilize the vehicle and try to maintain the ground contact with the wheels. Okay, so whenever we are talking about the stability of the vehicle, both effect that we have to see, first one, that is the gyroscopic effect that we have already seen, and now that is the centrifugal effect. So that is why there is P component, another component Q is also there, how this is acting, right? So if we derive that, and as I have told you about the centrifugal force, first of all we have to derive the centrifugal force magnitude. Okay, so as the vehicle moves on a curved path, a centrifugal force is also acting on the vehicle. Okay, on the vehicle at the CG, or center of gravity. Okay, so that is equal to centrifugal force, that is Fc, will be equal to m capital R, that is the radius of curvature, omega p square. Okay, so that is equal to m capital R multiplied by, okay, this omega p square will be equal to small v by r, that is whole square. So that is equal to m v square. So this will be r square. So r square will cancel each other. So the remaining will be r. So mv square by r. Okay. So this force, as I have already told you in the diagram, this force क्या करेगा? ओवरथ्रो करने की कोशिश करेगा, या फिर ओवरटर्न करने की कोशिश. द करेक्ट वर्ड इज ओवरटर्न. द फोर्स will tend to overturn the vehicle outward. ओके, जो कि आपका एक क्लॉकवाइज कपल क्रिएट कर रहा था आउटवर्ड, एंड द रेस्पेक्टिव ओवरटर्निंग couple will be overturning couple will be that is CO, और सेंट्रीफ्यूगल की वजह से आप अगर CC भी दे सकते हो तो भी चलेगा, that is FC multiplied by H, that is mv square capital R multiplied by H. Okay, so this overturning couple will be balanced by will be balanced by vertical reaction which are okay, uh, we are talking about the vertical reaction, okay, which are vertically upwards on the outer wheel, on the outer wheel and vertically downward and downward on the inner wheel. Okay, so simply the centrifugal couple will be clockwise if you are viewing from the rear end. Okay, so this will be anti-clockwise. Okay, so talking about the magnitude, what will be the magnitude? So that is Q multiplied by X, that is equal to CO. Okay, or simply Q will be equal to CO by X, that is the reaction or vertical reaction that we are talking about. Okay, and CO, as we have written, mv square H divided by Rx. Okay, from this, so if we divide the vertical reaction at each outer and inner wheel, that will be, मतलब दो will inner side, दो two will outer side, so this will be Q by 2, that is equal to mv square H divided by 2Rx. Okay, that is vertical reaction at each inner and outer wheel. Okay, so now if we add both the effect, okay, if we add both the effect and see the reaction that is coming from the diagram. Okay, I will show you the diagram. First I will write all those or sum up all those reaction that is at the wheel. So total vertical reaction at each outer wheel will be, that is PO will be first component, that is the weight component, that is W by 4, okay, plus P by 2 plus Q by 2, okay, because all those forces are in equal direction. Okay, so now if we derive the total vertical force at the inner side, what it will be? Total vertical reaction at each inner wheel, so that is Pi, that is W by 4 minus P by 2 minus Q by 2, okay. Okay, so these are the most important outcome from this analysis that we have made, that is the combined effect of gyroscopic couple and the centrifugal force or centrifugal couple. Okay, another thing that is also important to discuss, that whenever the vehicle is moving with a higher speed, okay, and we are taking a turn, so maybe there may be a chance, maybe, okay, that vertical reaction that we are talking about Pi, that may be zero or even negative, okay. So अगर ये नेगेटिव हो गया तो क्या होगा, इनर साइड में जो आपका रिएक्शन आ रहा है, ओके, तो रिएक्शन कोई बचेगा नहीं, सो दिस विल कॉज द इनर व्हील टू लीव द ग्राउंड, ओके, ग्राउंड से ये बाहर चला जाएगा, तो क्या होगा, सिंपली ये ओवरटर्न कर देगा, जो कि जनरली होता है whenever you are moving with a higher speed and suddenly you are taking a turn, okay, so क्या होगा, so टर्न ना ले पा, मतलब ये टर्न ना ले पाके क्या हो जाएगा, वो ओवरटर्न कर जाएगा, ओके, क्योंकि there will be no ground contact between the inner wheel and the ground, okay. So in that case what we have to do, okay, so in order to have the contact between inner wheels and the ground, okay, ground during high speed, okay, high speed, the sum of P by 2 and Q by 2, क्योंकि इस फॉर्मूला को हम इस तरह से भी लिख सकते हैं, दैट इज W by 4 माइनस P by 2 प्लस Q by 2, इस तरह से भी इसको लिख सकते हैं, ओके, दैट इज द वर्टिकल रिएक्शन, ओके. So the sum of P by 2 and Q by 2 must be less than W by 4, या जो वेट जो डिस्ट्रीब्यूट हुआ है उससे कम होना चाहिए. सिंपल, मतलब अगर वेट से मतलब ये ज्यादा हो गया P by 2 और Q by 2 या फिर इक्वल हो गए, तो क्या हो जाएगा, देयर विल बी जीरो और नेगेटिव रिएक्शन मतलब ये ऊपर धकेल देगा, ओके. ऊपर अगर धकेल देगा तो क्या होगा, सिंपली इट विल ओवरटर्न द व्हीकल, ओके. सो इट इज हैपनिंग इन द हायर स्पीड, ओके. सो इसीलिए स्पीड को लिमिट रखा जाता है व्हेनेवर वी आर टर्निंग द व्हीकल, प्रैक्टिकली दैट इज द रीजन, ओके, why you are slowing the vehicle whenever you are taking a turn, that is left turn or right turn, okay, because of this particular or to refrain this particular accident or overturning of the vehicle, okay. So this is how the gyroscopic effect and centrifugal effect will be acting, and how these are important from the point of view of your stability of the automobile. So with this, okay, thank you everyone for listening.